Welcome, wonders, to Told You Wood Colors. My name is Jennifer, and today is my face reveal. That's it. This is my face. Just kidding. So today I'm finally going to be answering a list of questions that I asked you guys to send me months and months ago. I think it was June or July. It was when I hit 1,000 subscribers, which thank you for all being here and supporting me. I really appreciate that. And when I hit the 1,000 subscribers, I reached out to you guys and asked if you could compile a list of questions for me to answer for you. And my intent was to get to this a little bit sooner than now. So here we are. And I wanted to do this in a face reveal, but I don't want it to be boring or too long. So hopefully we can cut to the chase. I have 14 questions here to answer, and maybe I'll cut it in half just to 7, depending on how much I talk. I love to talk. You guys, if you've been here a little bit, you know I like to tell stories, but from what I heard, you enjoy my stories, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I have 14 questions, so if I have to, I'll cut it down to 7, and I'll just make another video of the remaining 7 questions. And if you find yourself enjoying this video of just getting to know me a little bit more, and what I like, what I'm enjoying about coloring, all that kind of stuff, any question, coloring, personal, like I said, I did mention in the last, the one video that I asked to reach out. Depending on the personal question, I might not answer, but everyone was so great asking the questions that they did, so I'm really excited to get to them. And I was going to do like half the screen as me coloring, but I don't know if my phone will be able to handle the editing for that or not, so maybe I'm just not gonna do it. So possibly while I'm talking about something, I'll pop up pictures so that it's not boring, but it's story time. It is story time. Get cozy, sit down, have a seat, pick up a coloring book or just some snacks, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. And I'm going to go through these questions and talk a little bit about what got me started into coloring. That's the first couple questions. And it's more basic coloring questions is how I organized the beginning of this. And then the end questions more geared toward personal. But the very first one is an excellent question, and it asks, when did you start coloring? So I started coloring in December of 2024. Serious coloring. I think I started to see stuff pop up, and this goes into a little bit of the next question, but like around October of 2024, I saw a lot of Halloween coloring pages, and it was more cute and cozy stuff, and it was more on my Facebook Reels and Reddit. So that's where I first started seeing people coloring, because on my Facebook I love artsy things. I love art, painting, drawing, all that kind of stuff. So the typical videos that I would click on were art videos. So my Facebook was just feeding me anything related to art at that point. And I started seeing people color with Ohuhu markers, and it was very satisfying. It was like that ASMR feeling that you get. It was very like gratifying, satisfying, cozy, all the things. So I started clicking on those videos a lot, and I was like, wow. I was like, I love the way that these markers are and how they're coloring this, and it's so fun and cute and whatnot, but whatever. So I just kept watching the videos and watching the videos. And that started in October of 2024, but I didn't start seriously coloring and getting books in until December of 2024. So the next question is, what made me want to color? Now this is story time for sure. So after seeing all this subliminal messaging from the universe, showing me all this coloring stuff, I started to watch a lot of it, and then one day magically something appeared on my YouTube home screen to watch. And when it comes to my YouTube, at least back in October, it all started like around October, November, and then I got into it in December. So around October, November, a video popped up, and my entire YouTube has always been Minecraft. Minecraft everywhere. That's all you saw was Minecraft. But magically and mystically, this one thumbnail caught my eye, and I clicked on it, and I didn't know what I was clicking on. The internet is a scary place. But I clicked on it, and all of a sudden there was this woman talking about, this is the most exciting video of the month that she's gonna share to all the people. And I was like, ooh, okay, the most exciting video of the month seems interesting. She had her little journal on her table, and she was talking about coloring books. And I was like, okay, this is different, but it sounds cozy. Like, it's very cozy atmosphere. I feel like I'm in somebody's craft room. That's nice. What's gonna happen? And then she's talking about how, you know, how many pages she colored and what she was able to accomplish, and flipping through her journal, showing everything. And then she starts showing these coloring books with magnificent finished pages that she did throughout the month. And my mind was blown. I was like, what is happening? Who does this? There are people out there who do something like this. It blew my mind, and I was like, wow, she's really talented. That was really awesome to watch. But when the video ended, I clicked on a Minecraft video because that was my life. I was like, well, that was nice, but we're gonna watch Minecraft now. So kid you not at all, like the rest of the day happened, went to bed, woke up, got ready, went to work, and I'm sitting at work, and I can't get this video out of my mind that I just saw of this woman showing her completed pages. And it bothered me so much that I had to find it again. I wanted to watch it again. I wanted to watch it more in depth and really see what I was watching, you know, immerse myself in it, because it just stuck in my head, and I was in awe of what I saw the first time, that I wanted to collect my thoughts more on it again. But I wasn't aware of YouTube history at that time. I could have easily found it that way, but I didn't know about that. So I was like, I need to find this video. I don't know how to find what I just watched yesterday, but I need to find it. So I typed in something like adult coloring, probably. And my jaw dropped. I was like, what is happening? There are 1,000 videos. There are 1,000 people doing this. What is happening? All these people are talking about coloring. They all have coloring books. They are all sharing coloring pages and sharing techniques for coloring. And how am I ever going to find this video that I watched yesterday? And I tried to think more of like what I watched, and I had no idea what a completed pages video was. So I didn't know how to type it into the search box. So I tried anything and everything until I think like I do have a bit of a photographic memory. So I was like, I kind of remember what the thumbnail looked like, and I could like very, very like blurry could see the words in my mind of what the title of the video was. So I thought really hard, and then I think I came to like, oh yeah, like completed coloring pages. And then I typed in completed coloring pages for, and I'm pretty sure it was either October or November, I don't know. But I found it. I found the video that I saw from the day before. I was like, this is it. And I clicked on it, and it was the same nice music in the beginning of the video. And I was there for it. Like, I needed a cup of coffee and I wanted to watch it, but I was at work. But I was so excited. I was like, well, I'll have to watch this later, but I'm subscribing because I just want to see more about this. I was so intrigued. And that's what started, like that in general is what started my love, because as soon as I got home, I started watching more and deep diving and searching and furthering myself into this world of coloring. And I was shocked. I was blown away. There were so many amazing people with so much talent out there, and all these coloring books. I've never seen coloring books before. Like, you buy coloring books for kids. It was very interesting. It was a really, really cool experience for me to find this place, and now here I am. Like, I love it. I love it so much. So that made me want to color. Honestly, watching the video and immersing myself into this community and just getting all the things that I could, watching all the content that I could, just made me want to be right there with everyone else. I was so excited, and if I really think hard about it, I think it was a November completed pages video, and I started buying adult coloring books for myself in December and started coloring. And I made my first YouTube video at the tail end of December. So it all happened very quick. I'm a very spontaneous person. So question number 3, we're moving along. I'm probably gonna stop this at 7 questions. I talk a lot. Question number 3 is really cool. Who's an illustrator that you don't have a coloring book from yet that you want? So I have a couple written down here, and my goal was to fill up my bookshelf with one book from every illustrator. Well, that's a lot, and I have favorites, so I'm gonna get multiple books from some people. So there are still quite a few illustrators that I don't have any books from, and one being Karla Magana. I don't have any Karla Magana books, and I think I would really want to have her newest book. I think it's Lunar, something like that. But I think that's the one that I would probably be drawn to the most. It's what everyone's saying that they like the most. It's her biggest book. It's a fat book. It's got a lot of pages in it. It's single-sided, and it's got a lot of really neat illustrations in it. So I might want to go for that one. But what I do is I will go to Amazon and I'll select one book from that illustrator, and then I'll click on the link that is in like the title of the book, and I'll click on their name, and that takes you to all the books that they ever made, right? So then I can look through the whole list, and then I take that list and I go to YouTube and I look through a flip through of every single book. I didn't before I just picked a book and I had it come here, and I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna do a flip through with you guys because I've never seen this before. But I don't do that anymore because I do look at the books now. So Karla Magana is one. Jash Lee is another one that I don't have that I would want. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to help support him in October when everybody was circulating that hashtag to support Jash Lee for the newborn, his newborn son. So he's still one that I would love to get eventually. I don't know which book I would want yet. So he's still on the back burner. Usiku, with the year of witches or something like that. I really want that book, but I'm just biding my time. I think next year is well, maybe 2 years from now, we'll see. But I'm waiting patiently for it. But I really do want one of his witch books. I definitely want probably the compilation of the 3 books together, and I think that's Life of Witches, Year of Witches, something like that. Morgan O'Brien. I don't have any Morgan O'Brien books. No Matchstick Mouse, no Annie Day. And I'm contemplating, okay? I don't know if I want to do it because I don't know if I want to color the mouse over and over and over again. I don't know yet, so I'm still contemplating that. But Morgan O'Brien is on the list, and I feel like I would want one of his books at least. Kevin Teo art. I actually just discovered Kevin Teo art by doing this Alice in Wonderland hashtag this month. I don't think I ever heard of him, or if I have, I just didn't pay close attention to it, and his illustrations are so wonky and fun. So he got added to the list. So I definitely want a Kevin Teo art book. I don't know which one yet. I think maybe the Fairy Tales one. That one seems pretty cool to me so far. And Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I don't have any of her books yet, and the Alice in Wonderland one would be so cool to have. But I gotta do a flip through. I haven't done a flip through, like watched any of the flip throughs for her yet, so we'll see on that. And then Mystic Art Mirror. Mystic Art Mirror I think is just available on Etsy, and right when I learned about her, she took the year off, so she took all of 2025 off. Good for her. And I'm very excited to see her come back, but then I had to decide what I want to get from her, so we'll see what happens there. And I did add Rachel Reinhardt to the list as well, and I think the woodland one or the desert one, there's like two. They look nice, and I think, I don't know if this ever happens to you guys, but sometimes a book cover intrigues me so much that it makes me want to buy the book, but then the illustrations inside the book, they're nice, but maybe I'm not as drawn to color in them. So I really love the covers of Rachel Reinhardt's books. The woodland one with the wolf on it with the roses coming out, and then the desert one with the, I'll put a picture up. maybe her desert one. So yeah, I really like the look of them, but then whenever I see flip throughs, it's like, yeah, like some of them I could color, but then I'm not as like, oh my gosh, I need this right now, like all the other books that I have. So those were just the top couple, and I'm still missing a decent amount of illustrators in my collection as well, but I just need to pace myself. I don't have a lot of space. This is it. This is my little corner that I have. And it is a very overwhelming feeling to have so many pages to color. I love all these books. I love them so much, and I want to color in all of them. But it's definitely seeming more and more unrealistic every day. But I enjoy all the books that I have now. And it just makes me think, if I get even more, I'll have less time to enjoy these books that I already enjoy so much. You know, these were the first on my list. All of these were like top number one. So if I get more and more and more, these top number ones aren't going to get as much love, or the books that I buy in the future won't get touched because I adore these so much. So I really have to think hard about that going forward because I have so many at this point. Moving on, what is your favorite thing to color? This is hard for me because I really tried thinking about what I color a lot, and it just feels like I don't color anything. My mind goes blank. I'm like, oh, what do I color? What do I color? I don't know what I color. But I did put down that I like detailed scenes. So I love the Lulu Mayo books. I love how detailed they are. She has little creatures in every little nook and cranny. RJ Hampson's good at that too. Sometimes it's a little too detailed, but I still love it. And even the mythographic books, I love how jam-packed with detail they are, but they are more difficult to color because of understanding what is what in them. But I do like a detailed page, and I'm starting to love the simpler pages too because I've gotten better at experimenting with backgrounds. But when I flip to a detailed page and I see it, like, it just intrigues me so much, and I just want to be there in them. Like, I just feel immersed in it. So I really like detailed pages. I like coloring animals a lot. And I did mention that I like coloring magical and mystical things, maybe like mermaids or unicorns or just magical worlds or something that just doesn't happen. Like Johanna Basford draws a lot of floating islands and things like that. So I do like that because it really lets you play with your imagination and it lets you decide on any color that you want. You don't have to be specific. And even when it comes to realistic drawings, illustrations, you don't have to color it realistically. But I totally understand how people are just in that mindset that they can't avert from coloring the way that it should be colored. Like, I totally understand that. So coloring the magical mystical things gives you that opportunity to really play around with color, and I love that. And in Spacetember, I learned that I love to color space. Like, that was so much fun. So I don't know if I'm gonna wait an entire year to color space again. You definitely don't have to, but sometimes there's always seems to be something happening in each month that you don't get to color something until that month comes. So we'll see, but I do love coloring space. That was a lot of fun. And then I am learning that I like to color portraits. So hopefully I get better with that. I can pop up a picture of my first portrait that I did if I'm able to. And I think I colored it and I submitted my completed page to my buddy. And when I got her page back, it was all shaded and nice. And I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that you had to do that. So yeah, I started to get used to that just a little bit because I haven't done very many at all, but I'm really starting to like it a lot from the last couple that I did, to where I have a Selena finished book and I'm itching to be in that more and more now, because on every single page there's like a girl or a man, you know. It's just very like I want to color that. So I feel like that's like getting higher on my list. Question number 5, what has been my favorite technique to experiment with? And again, for whatever reason, I still feel so new to coloring, even though it's almost been a year now, that I feel like I don't experiment with a lot of techniques. So I did add that creating colored pencil, colored blends was a technique that I experiment with because I'm a beginner. So my experiments on different techniques are going to be more towards the beginner side of things. So just playing around with what colors work with what and blending them together. That's as far as it goes for me. I also did mention that learning where to put shading is a technique that I'm trying to grow and learn in. It's probably not my most fun thing to work with, but it's definitely a technique that I am experimenting with. So that would be another one. And then something fun that I've found that I really enjoy doing is just coloring with my Derwent Inktense pencils. Those are so fun. And I definitely need to play around with them more. I have here and there a little bit, but I definitely can learn a lot more with it. Basically just very fundamental base layering at this point, but hopefully I can branch out into like layering with the Inktense, because that's what they're like intended for. It's just a unique product that allows you to layer in a really cool way. So I need to play around with it more. Maybe that can be a 2026 thing, but I love my Derwent Inktense pencils. And then question number 6, what time of day do you like to color? And my answer is the end of the day. It's pretty much the only time of day that I can color. Everybody goes to bed and I get to do whatever I want. I'm a night owl, so everyone goes to bed basically at the same time here. All the kids go get put to bed at the same time, and then it's just me. So I get to do whatever I want, and coloring it is. So I sit, I'll color, I'll watch YouTube videos or a show. I've started watching a show recently. I've been enjoying that. But yeah, so always nighttime. Sometimes I will try to color in the morning. That was more towards the beginning when I was uber excited and couldn't stop myself from coloring any second of the day. So I would wake up super early and color and then go to work. but I'm tired. I'm very tired, so I want to sleep. So I've been sleeping in, and I haven't been able to color in the mornings before work lately, but definitely at night I'll sit and I'll color, and I love that. And then number 7, this is probably the last one for today, and I'll answer the other 7 on a different video. If you could only select one coloring set and one coloring book, what would you pick? And I think I did talk about this a little bit in my Space Invasion video at the tail end of Spacetember of my top 10 coloring books. I think I mentioned it because I pulled my Lulu Mayo book, A Million Kittens, and I said this one would definitely go up in my Space Invasion with me. And I think I mentioned as I was flipping through it that one of my goals for that book is to color every single page just with my polychromos. So that's my pick. That would be my number 1 pick, is to grab my A Million Kittens by Lulu Mayo with my polychromos, and I could be content. So I actually think, I've been thinking about this. I've been setting up my coloring for December and January. And December, I have a really fun thing set up. So I'll just tell you about it now. If you made it this far. If you clicked off, then you'll have to find out later. But if you're still here with me, so for December, because I started in December, my idea was to pick the first 5 coloring books that I ever got back then, and that's what I would color in for December, because it's a busy month, and I've had great coloring months for September, October, and November. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to have a good month again this month. I already know. And for December, I know I need to slow down, and because of all the events happening, there's so many events happening in December. So I decided I'm going to take my first 5 coloring books that I got last year, and that's what I'm going to color in for the month of December. And then I was thinking ahead to January too. I mean, minus the group buddy colors that I have. Like, I'll still stay true to my group buddies. But I don't think I planned any buddy colors in December intentionally. I did tell everyone that I was just booked. I'm booked for December. And no, it doesn't mean that like I'm overloaded with buddy colors, but it's a busy month. So I'm booked in life. So I don't think I have any buddy colors in December. And even when I do my plans, like if I show my books and people ask, oh, can I color that with you? I prefer to say no, just because if I don't get to my pages myself, I don't want to let anybody down. It's just going to be a very slow month for me in December. So I'm just going to take it easy. And then my idea for January, since I'm trying to think ahead, again, I do have group buddy colors to do. And I think I'm starting project books with maybe 2 other people. I don't know. Like, there's a lot happening. I just get so excited sometimes. I like make plans. I'm like, yes, let's do it. But I think what I'm going to do for January is to just color in my A Million Kittens book with my polychromos. Like, that's what I want to do. So I'll probably change my mind. I don't know. Because there are some winter books that I have, but not many at all. So I'll probably, if I need a breather from that, like pull stuff off the shelf and color it anyway. But I think coloring in A Million Kittens for the month of January sounds fun to me. Let's do it. So yeah, because my plans have just been crazy lately. I've been pulling stacks of books off my shelves, and then not being able to get to them all, it kind of makes you feel like you're letting yourself down. You're setting yourself up for failure at that point. And if you're okay with that, then you're okay with that. And if you're not, then it's sad. So, but yeah, this was probably a decently long video, and I tried to keep it at 20 or 30 minutes. So if we're past that, I'm sorry. But if you stick around, thanks for hanging out with me. And, like I said, I'll answer the next 7 questions maybe sometime this month. We'll hang out again. If you like it, give it a like. Show me that you like it. Do the comment thing. Send me a comment. And if you want me to answer even more questions, do the comment thing. And if you had fun here, subscribe. I'm not going to do this very often at all. very rarely I would want to do like a face introduction and then we'll get to coloring. So this isn't going to be very often at all, but I wanted to do this because that's what I wanted to do. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I am so glad that you stayed and enjoyed. You know what? If you're still here, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. If you're still here, it's November. We're doing Alice in Wonderland, so give me a teacup emoji. Give me a teacup emoji if you're still here. I know who my people are, okay? So I expect that teacup emoji. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great and colorful day. Bye.